The tide of the Great War has turned. With the destruction of the Lucifer, the Shivan hive can no longer operate coherently. Soon it will be driven from Terran Vasudan space completely. Fortune can be a capricious mistress. The strength of the Shivan Armada far surpassed anything we had the capacity to resist. The Shivans nearly accomplished in 3 months what the GTA and PvE could not do in 14 years. Only the legacy of a dead race saved our species from extinction. In every crisis there is opportunity. The Shivan catastrophe has left the Terran and Vasudan empires a shadow of their former selves. The Terran-Vasudan alliance, hastily formed and riven by conflict, is starting to disintegrate. Power, like nature, abhors a vacuum. And history has shown that in these situations, fortune always favors the bold.
Congratulations, pilot. You have been selected for the Special Operations Branch of Galactic Terran Intelligence. You passed GTI's rigorous medical and psychological examinations, and your record of service with Admiral Poe and the GTD Intrepid has been exemplary. You will lead Alpha Wing of the 91st Phantoms. As a pilot for the GTI, your missions will involve highly sensitive combat and containment operations. These assignments are covert and classified. Violation of classification protocol will result in court-martial and possible execution under the Counterintelligence and Espionage Act. The primary objective of the GTI is to provide Terran Command with accurate and comprehensive information regarding the tactics, technologies, activities, and strategic objectives of forces hostile to the GTA. GTI is divided into 3 branches, each with its own fleet and each focusing on specific areas of intelligence. Special Operations, headed by the GTD Krios, specializes in strategic assault and containment. Our missions involve high-priority objectives in situations too sensitive, dangerous, or volatile for standard GTA forces. Intelligence, led by the GTD Soyokaze, specializes in infiltration and espionage. Intel primarily conducts reconnaissance and surgical strikes, and its missions are planned to provide minimal combat exposure. Research and Development, commanded by the GTD Repulse, specializes in the development of cutting-edge technologies. R&D's missions involve the deployment and field testing of advanced weapons and warship prototypes. As an officer of the GTI, you will have access to these technologies before they become available to GTA pilots. Normally, the 3 branches conduct joint operations in concert with one another, directed by a single command fleet. Unfortunately, the loss of the GTD Legion in the Battle of Deneb earlier this year has forced us to decentralize our operations somewhat. We will be taking our orders directly from GTA High Command. All efforts to restore contact with Earth have failed. As you know, the sole jump node in Delta Serpentis collapsed shortly after Allied forces tracked and destroyed the Lucifer during its subspace jump. We believe the explosion of the Lucifer's 5 reactors created a subspace cataclysm that closed the node, perhaps permanently. The cataclysm seems to have also closed the phasing nodes to Deneb and Beta Aquilae via some sort of chain reaction. We currently have no way to access the Sol system via subspace. As Terran scientists work toward re-establishing contact with Earth, an interim GTA command center has been set up in the Delta Serpentis system. Cultural and political differences have threatened to undermine the Terran-Vasudan Treaty since its inception. After 14 years of warfare, the relationship between the GTA and the PVE has been plagued with mutual distrust, misunderstanding, and a failure to comply with the treaty's mandate of full cooperation. Preserving the fragile peace treaty is of the utmost importance. Both the Terran-Vasudan War and the Shivan War have taken a heavy toll on our fleets, so our species must work together if we are to have any hope of defeating the Shivan threat. As an officer of the GTI, it is your responsibility to conduct yourself in a manner worthy of your station, both in battle and in your personal interaction with Vasudan colleagues. Should tensions escalate out of control, Special Operations will brief you on the appropriate method for containing the situation. You are being issued with a new leech cannon prototype. The leech cannon drains the power supply of enemy fighters. Use the gun to disable afterburners, energy weapons and shields. No subsystems targeting is required, just point and shoot. The leech cannon is an anti-fighter weapon with minimal effect against larger vessels.
At approximately 15:30 hours, Terran and Vasudan fighters repelled a Shivan attack against Outpost Fermi, one of our primary communication terminals in Vega. During the skirmish, Terran pilots fired on our Vasudan allies with intent to kill. Terran command fears that if the PVE learns of this incident, the treaty and our hopes of defeating the Shivans will soon collapse. The motives of these pilots are unclear. We do not believe their actions represent a large-scale insurrection within Terran ranks, but the situation must be contained. Your objective will be to sanitize the area to prevent news of this incident from spreading beyond our secure zone. Destroy everything but the GTI communications terminal. The loss of innocent lives is regrettable, but necessary to preserve the Terran-Vasudan alliance and defeat the Shivans. You must not fail. We have a window of 5 minutes during which we must complete this operation. Staying any longer risks detection by GTA or PVE forces. Get in, do your job, and get out. Good luck.
Pilots, you have 5 minutes to complete your objectives. The Krios will jam long-range communications to prevent any ships from transmitting beyond our containment zone. Sanitize the area of all hostiles. All voices must be silent to preserve the Terran-Vasudan alliance. Engaging enemy. Pilots, transport fighters heading to the jump zone. Destroy it before it gets done.
Well done, pilot. You executed a clean sweep of the area and contained a volatile incident. Basudin Command remains unaware of these events and the peace treaty remains intact. We've just received an urgent request for assistance from Basudin Intelligence. Shivans have attacked a Basudin science convoy conducting classified research in the Deneb asteroid belt. Although the convoy repelled the first wave of fighters, they expect the Shivans to return at any time. Alpha and Beta, we're deploying your wings to reinforce their position. The convoy is awaiting a rendezvous with the PVD Pinnacle, but the destroyer will not arrive in Deneb for several hours. However, the Pinnacle is sending advanced wings to secure the area prior to the rendezvous. Your mission is to defend the convoy until they arrive. Terran Command has placed a high priority on the successful completion of this mission. The research carried by that convoy could prove invaluable to our two species in the future. Don't let them down, pilots.
It is good to see you, pilots. We have already engaged the second wave of fighters. Please assist.
What's your status, Sentry?
We sustained minor damage. Our formation creates an effective fighter screen from the Shivans' omnivorous and persistent.
Excellent job, pilot.
Secure the area, Command. All bandits have been neutralized. Yes,
Good work, pilots. Keep an eye out for enemy ships. Pinnacle's fighters will arrive in a few minutes.
So, what kind of research are you doing here, Chinzit?
That is classified information, Beta 3.
Oh, come on. Just a little hint. Like, what's in those cargo containers? Weapons? New subspace drives? Shivan technology?
give it a rest, Beta. You know the spooks never tell anyone anything.
All will be revealed in due time, pilot. This area of space should prove most fruitful to our scientific endeavors. We look forward to sharing our findings with you when our scientists on the Pinnacle complete their research.
Another wave of fighters inbound. Engaging now.
Engaging now, sir.
that's the last of that wave. Resuming escort.
Yes, sir.
Rearming complete, sir.
The Shivans aren't putting up much of a fight. Look at the convoy. It's barely been touched. I would have thought they would sortie more bombers.
They haven't been the same since we took out the Lucifer. Like they've lost the will to fight or something. Not that I'm complaining, of course.
More Shivans arriving. Dragons this time.
There's several clicks out. Don't worry about them until they get close to the convoy.
Current fighters with flight sites warning any allied units in the area. Under attack from Shivan fighters. Request assistance.
A Terran vessel. Command, this is restricted space. There are no other Terran ships authorized in this area.
Yes, sir.
We'll sort that out later, Chestnut. Pilot, break off and help the Einstein. That's an order.
Roger that, sir.
What about the convoy?
We are safe for the moment, Alpha. Assist your own.
New hostiles in the area.
Engaging now, sir.
New hostiles in the area. Watch your back, sir.
Yes, sir.
Forming us. We're launching the escape pod. Fighters, protect them.
New hostiles in the area.
Lost the Einstein. Now tracking the Einstein escape pods. Alpha and Beta stand by for further orders.
Roger, sir. On our way.
Pilots, your new objective is to recover the escape pods. We will deploy reinforcements to protect the Asuka convoy. Transmitting jump coordinates now.
Rearming sequence.
We've tracked the Einstein's escape pods to a remote location within the Deneb system. As you know, Hermes-class escape pods are equipped with stripped-down subspace drives that can only be used once, after which they must be replaced. This necessitates the deployment of a retrieval ship that can accommodate the pods in its hangar bay. The ferocity of the Shivan attack left the escape pods with little time to properly calculate jump coordinates, forcing them to jump to the first available destination. Although they're in no immediate danger, it'll be some time before Allied forces can be deployed to assist, Your wings have been assigned to safeguard the pods until they can be retrieved. The strength of the Shivan forces in this sector is unknown. We do not believe they will concern themselves with the escape pods, but the arrival of 2 fighter wings will probably draw their attention. Destroy any Shivan vessel that interferes with your mission objectives.
Okay, I'm reading the escape pods at 2,500 meters. Moving to escort formation.
Looks like the Shivans didn't follow them here. That's a good sign.
Einstein escape pod. This is Beta 1 of the 91st Phantom's GTD Krios. We have orders to protect your craft. Please acknowledge.
Acknowledge, Beta, and standing by. We appreciate your help.
I've transmitted our coordinates to the Creo. It will be a while before they get here, so we'll have to sit tight for a bit.
Great. I just hope that convoy will be alright when we're away. 40 crew for a dozen fighters with cargo. It's not my idea of a fair treat.
I wouldn't worry. That convoy seemed pretty well protected. It'd take a really large or a really coordinated attack to punch through that turret screen. Besides, Command said reinforcements were on their way.
sector. Isn't the repulse currently assigned to Antares?
I might ask you the same question, Admiral Scott. We were ordered to proceed directly to these coordinates to retrieve a set of escape pods.
While your assistance is appreciated, sir, that does not give you the right to interfere with our mission. Both of the escape...
We are not here to provide assistance, Admiral, nor are we interfering. We are here to retrieve the pods. Command has ordered us to ensure their safe and immediate transportation to Beta Aquila. Your involvement is no longer required.
We've received no notification of these orders.
Nevertheless, the orders stand. You will transfer the second escape pod from your hangar bay to ours immediately.
With all due respect, Admiral Glaive, I take orders from GTA High Command only. I will not transfer this pod to the Repulse or anywhere else without their express authorization.
Very well. See that you contact them immediately to resolve this matter. In the meantime, we have business elsewhere. GTV Repulse out.
Pilots, this mission is finished. Jump back to base.
Good work, pilots. You successfully ensured the recovery of both escape pods, despite the confusion and unexpected outcome. The personnel on board the pod we retrieved are currently being debriefed and treated for the injuries they sustained during the battle. Command has yet to respond to our inquiries regarding the Repulse's presence in the Krios' theater of operations, so for the time being, Admiral Scott is treating this incident as a security breach. You will be updated as we receive further information. Unfortunately, this is not the only blemish on the GTI's record today. Not only was our recovery operation compromised, but Command grossly underestimated the threat to our joint operation in the asteroid belt. Be glad that you were not there, pilots. The Shivans launched a savage attack that wiped out not only your reinforcements, but the entire Masudan convoy as well. When the Pinnacle's fighters arrived, they found only a few damaged cargo containers among the debris. These containers were recovered intact, but irreplaceable materials and research were lost aboard the ships and cargo that were destroyed. Admiral Scott has issued a formal apology to Vasudan intelligence for our failure to protect the convoy. Although the Vasudans are justifiably upset over this incident, they have fortunately chosen not to hold it against us. They have responded that the Shivan threat is too great to risk jeopardizing the Alliance over such matters. Once the Shivans have been neutralized, our species will be able to more effectively focus our attentions on research and recovery.